to be taking a look at the Philipp Plein Star Trooper. Now, it's based on the AMG G63, but this is Philipp Plein's 20th anniversary celebration, creating this in partnership with Mansory. Only 20 units in total, and this thing has more power, more drama, more gizmos, and a lot to show you. So we're going to take a walk around before hearing the sound and taking it out for a drive to see what it's like. So let's check out then the Star Trooper. Here we go then, let's explore the car before we get to hear how it sounds and take it out for a drive. But parked at the moment under the lights here inside the showroom at Mansory's HQ in Brand in Germany, where we've also got some other pretty extreme cars as well, the Venatus based on the Urus, and over on this side the Carbonado Evo, a full carbon-bodied twin turbocharged Lamborghini Aventador with over 1,000 horsepower. And one other thing that stands out to me too, right here, a retrimmed baby seat by Mansory. How fun is that? But we're here today to see this. Philipp Plein and Mansory's collaboration for Philipp Plein's 20th anniversary, the Star Trooper. Now, versus the standard AMG G63, there are some pretty substantial modifications that have been made to this. A completely redesigned bodywork, radical, more aggressive, more dramatic. It also has upgrades under the skin, to the engine, to the exhaust system. You can see the much larger 24-inch wheels it's wearing, and the interior totally redone. Wait until you see that. Some pretty unique touches that I've not actually seen before on a car either. But let me talk actually about the engine. So the standard G63 has a 4-litre bi-turbo V8. This car has upgraded turbos, new downpipes, the new exhaust system, a new ECU. That means power goes up from the standard 585 horsepower all the way to 850, nearly 300 horsepower more, as well as torque going from 850 newton meters to 1,000 newton meters. That means this G-Wagon does the 0 to 100 kilometer per hour sprint in just 3.5 seconds, and onto a top speed limited to 250, 10 kilometers per hour faster than the standard. That is one very quick thing, and I rather assume it's going to sound very good too when we hear it quite shortly. So to talk about the design, Philipp Plein, of course, the clothing brand, designer, fashion house, responsible for the looks of this car, and in particular, you'll notice what's going on here. 50 shades of great paint, as it's called, the camouflage, the satin painted camouflage over the entire bodywork. Distinct touches from the G-Wagon, the indicator lamps, the new round LED headlights, but also an entirely new look. If you look at the grille, the way it's finished in the carbon fibre, but with the Philipp Plein logos that you see all around in the centre, the Star Trooper badge worn just there, but coming down towards the front, it's lower, it protrudes more, the red running lights as well that you have. In fact, red accents all around, the pinstriping around those ginormous wheels that you have, and also the red calipers on the inside. The side exit exhaust system, side as opposed to tailpipes, definitely going to sound very good in a moment, but just the whole look, the whole design redone, more aggressive, the lip spoiler at the back. You also have lights up here at the front, the light bar over the top, and the inside of it. Come and have a look inside here. Totally retrimmed on every surface, I think. There are lots of Philipp Plein logos on the carbon fibre on the side steps, for example, but here, inside this trim piece, with the hexagonal stitching that you can see behind. Check out the design of the seats, the look to the interior, again the hexagonal theme, but the 3D effect and nature of it, but also the different styles used on different sections. The Philipp Plein logo again, here in the leather around the side, and also up at the top, the 3D effect used on the headrest. Now for the headliner, there's a Starlight headliner as well, which can go through different colours, but you've also got these 3D pieces attached to it too. And if I just open this up, you have the controls here for the light bar at the front, and also for the lights right up above you. There's a switchable exhaust system, controls are just in here, but you can see Philipp Plein by Mansory, 20th anniversary, limited edition, and this is car number 1 out of 20, the Geneva Motor Show car, literally the launch car for this model. The steering wheel updated as well, Philipp Plein logo here again, that 3D style in the centre on the airbag on the horn in the middle. You've got new carbon fibre, 12 o'clock stripe, Mansory logos, but all just redone, everything, to the floor mats, to the side carpeting that you have here. The new pedals as well down at the bottom, every surface retouched and redone. Now the G63 I particularly like because you get the Mercedes-Benz system with the dual large displays, and I'm sure many of you guys will know that I actually have a standard stock G63 coming to the garage in the not too distant future, but quite a long way away from what we're looking at here, that's for sure. Now I think it would only be right to actually come through and get this car started up. I've just noticed another Mansouri badge that we have right there. I'm going to take a step inside before we can bring it into life. The traditional G modes, your different diff locks. You also have the grab handle, but they've retrimmed this. They've added the Mansouri badge to the carbon piece at the front. Everything, literally everything, and even the rear is done in exactly the same way. And look at the camo on the windows at the back as well. I hadn't really noticed that from the outside, but that just creates even more of the effect and the drama. So, one press to turn on the ignition, all the screens come to life, the AMG displays, and then I'm just going to point the camera around so that you can have a little listen to this as we start it up and bring it into life. Wow! Wow! Listen to that! Listen to that grumble of the V8. So the system to control it is actually in here, it's built in. There's a button just there that they fitted to control the exhaust and go between the different modes. But we'll let it warm up, then we'll get some ramps so we can take the car out, if you can even hear me, to go for a drive to experience what it's like with all of these changes. Just listen to that grumble. Even in here as it comes down the ramps, ready to be taken outside, and we can take a better look as well around the rear of the car. Oh, look at the spare wheel cover. Philip Plein logo on there too. So we'll get it outside, they'll hop on in, go straight out for a drive to see what this is like. I can tell you already that this is going to be quite an experience. Let me bring this car back into life quickly. And that is comfort mode with the valves closed. Just have a listen to a couple of quick blips. That's only 3,000 RPM. Now I was slightly mistaken earlier, it actually uses for the valve control the original Mercedes valve switch. Listen to this. You can hear how much louder that gets? This is going to be crazy. Then if I pop it up into Sport Plus, that's where you start to get an increased idle rev, but also some more of the crackles. Okay, this is going to be insane. To start the drive, I'm going to pop it into comfort. Let me pop on these lovely Philip Plein seatbelts. I really like these. It's a very, very nice touch on the car. Then with it being a G-Wagon, you have to remember the doors will need a proper slamming. You have to pull these really hard. But that's one of the things I love, that old school mechanical feel. The G-Wagon retains the doors, the look, the indicator lights, the grab handles, the diff lock buttons, things that it always had through every different generation. You also have a very different steering wheel in here, but let's pop it into gear, the 9-speed automatic gearbox that you have in this car, and head on out. You can definitely hear that sound. Have a little drive, get a small sense and feel for what this thing is going to be like. And I loved the G63 when I drove it for the first time, so much so that I popped my name down for one to add it to my garage. But this is a slightly different and significantly more expensive proposition with the full works package from Mansouri and Philip Plein. So just cruising along. Well, this feels fairly normal. You can tell there's a lot more noise out of it, of course. We've got the suspension in the softest setting. You have 3 different modes, 3 different comfort settings that it can be in. But let's just cruise through the little town here to get out onto some more open roads where we can stretch the legs a little bit more. And oh yeah, going around a corner with the Mercedes, you have the side bolsters that get stronger on the outside of the corner just to give you a bit more support and hold you in place. But the G63, what do I love about it? The iconic looks, that shape, what it is, what it represents, its capabilities, whether you end up using it for what it can do or not, the fact that it can climb slopes that you can barely walk up, the fact that it can pull around a supercar and a trailer behind it, the fact that it can do so much is just immensely awesome about it. Yet inside, it's comfortable like a nice top-end Mercedes is, with all the technology, the displays, the screens, but also in here now, obviously, with the next level of interior in terms of trim and finish and materials. So if I do just pop it up between the different modes. You get a nice display at the centre as well that shows you exactly what you're doing. Obviously the gear changes, it drops a gear as you go up through each of the different modes. Up one more into Sport Plus, you can hear it just drop down and bark and ready to pounce, which is exactly why we need an open road with a national speed limit where we can put the foot down a little bit and enjoy some more of this. Now, just reminding myself as well about the G63 in general, I'm going to press the manual button just so I can use the paddles on the back. Wow. Wow. I was going to say the paddles on the back of the steering wheel. That's quite cool, that grumble, and because the exhaust pipes are just down there next to you, you hear even more of it in the cabin. Just a lot of noise, a lot of V8 grumble, and Mercedes and AMG just do this so well. They're still the guys who make a twin-turboed engine sound this unbelievably good, and we're just now getting towards the edge of the town where the speed limit will go up, so let's drop it down to second gear. It's still quite a new car, so I can't go flat out, but wow. Noise it makes on shifting. This is really cool. Yes, you're aware of the weight in a G-Wagon, that's for sure. I need an exhaust system like this on mine. I mean, the stock one doesn't sound bad, but this sounds mental. This is absolutely mental. Now, I don't want to be too antisocial as we go through the little towns, past some houses and residential areas, but I think we come out very soon after. But just window down. It's really, really crazy. This is a really cool thing, this. Right, get ready to put the foot down, accelerate away. Those shift noises. I'm just speechless. What a sound! What an absolutely epic sound! This is crazy. This is genuinely crazy. This is cool. This is cool. The combination of the noise and the steering wheel that you're holding as well while you're driving it here. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm also quite enjoying it, even though this is not the natural habitat for a G-Wagon. Throwing it around twisty roads is not where it's completely at home. But it does actually handle it reasonably well, considering the size, the weight, and what its actual purpose is. Those sounds. Ridiculous. And I'm really enjoying the G63 again. I'm feeling very happy with my choice of going for one of these to use as, well, to be my first proper SUV actually in the garage. I'm just dreaming of it being like this. I'd love to see the actual power that the car has, but of course it's too new to really, really boot it. I mean, we're still in manual, but the torque being controlled as well through the delivery, I think for now I'm just going to enjoy the cracks that it makes, the noise, the sounds. I've just pulled up somewhere which would be rather suited to what this car is capable of, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick sound check of this. So let me open the doors. Let's, now that the engine is a little bit warm, we're in Sport Plus, valves are open, the pipes are right there, take a listen. Yeah, absolute madness. This thing is so epic. It's mega. The noise of those exhausts. Wow. Anyway, let's keep driving. Every opportunity to accelerate is a good one. Do you know what? I love a car that you just enjoy, that you have a smile on your face. And this, like that, this does it in such a good way. Oh, everything Mansouri do, it's so much at the extreme end that you just have to enjoy it. You just have to soak it up and have fun with it. Sometimes the designs can be crazy, but they don't want these to be commonplace for everybody. They want them to be unique, individual, special, limited, rare. That's what a Mansory is supposed to be about. And oh. Oh, it's so much fun. Every time it puts a smile on my face. I tell you what you do feel. Every little bump on the tarmac, with the suspension in the firmest setting with Sport Plus, you feel it all coming back through you. Of course, it is a very rigid suspension, and then you also have 24-inch wheels, which is never going to help with this little stretch of road. Even in a G63, it's entertaining. Twisty roads like this are more at home in a sports car, but this can get A to B very, very quickly, and it can do it with a lot of noise along with that. You know, I'd be really interested to see how quickly you could get around a racetrack in a G63, especially a G63 with 850 horsepower. But they are actually decently fast A to B cars. Like, just driving it now and getting a sense for this, be quite an interesting thing to try at some point. G63 on the racetrack, anybody? For now, though, I'm heading back to Mansory. A couple more things, actually, to show you that I haven't mentioned yet to wrap things up. What I haven't done yet is to show you some more of the lights and things. So up above me, as I mentioned, you have these two buttons. One that turns on the front light. We'll go out and see that in a second. The other turns on the Starlight headliner. So you can probably just about see this. The red lights, of course, it is quite bright outside at the moment. And on the fob in here, I actually have a button to change the colours. So I think if I press this button, yeah, you can see them go green, blue, through different colours. Basically, you get to change the different settings and set it all how the person would like to have it, which is kind of fun to have in the car. We've got green there, let's keep it green for the moment. Close that back up, so that light is on. Oh, also down here, you have the DRLs at the front and you have the emblem at the front. So let's just hop on out and have a quick look at those while it's still running and just listen to that burble. You always have to jump on down on the G-Wagon. So, slam the door shut. Come round, you can see the red lights up top, those are illuminated. At the front as well, you've got the daytime running lights, you've got the Philip Plein logo, you've got the Star Trooper logo, all illuminated, and the rings around the headlights. Look at the wheels as well, by the way, painted in the same design as the bodywork. That's actually really, really quite impressive. We come round towards the back. Do we have any lights on at the back at the moment? No, not at this moment. But yeah, the carbon fibre with the logo. It's just unique. It's completely unique. This piece behind the rear glass. I didn't show you inside the boot either. Have a look back here. Again, retrimmed. The Philip Plein boot flooring. Even the backs of the seats. Even the backs of the rear seats have been retrimmed. Of course, the side panels, even the boot, everything. And there you can see a little bit more what I was saying about the glass as well. Just close this back up. Give it a firm slam to make sure it's all closed. Come back through. I think I'll just step up. There's no easy way to enter a G-Wagon. You kind of have to step on the side step, climb in, swing yourself in, and then in here, obviously you have all of this fantastic technology. Just going to close the door so a car can come past for a moment, but here, it's all selected through this. If you go back home, you've got the different menus, the different screens, driver settings if you want to set up your individual modes, and then on the dashboard, you can control what you can see here as well. You can go into the AMG performance displays. We've got a number of different things you can go through, all of which is absolutely lovely. So one last little blip, but maybe I should put it back into a Sport Plus, just to enjoy this for the last moment. It's so good. So good. Right. Engine off then. Farewell for now. What an experience in the Philip Plein Star Trooper by Mansory. That has been a lot of fun. Fantastic amounts of fun. It was presented at the Geneva Motor Show, but a first opportunity actually, I think, to take it out for a drive, to learn a bit more about it, and to see what it's actually like out and about. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you to Mansory for the opportunity to come and drive the car. That's it for this time, though. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.